Troll level, by the way. Good. I'm into that. I don't know. You might have noticed. Eggy Egg Trolls. 101. 101 Egg Trolls? Is this your level where you stole a bunch of Bearware Trolls? Angione the musical. I can't get it out of my head. I have to make it. I have to make the worst fucking ROM hack. Oh, and I have to spend more time than it's really? That's the whole setup? God damn it. Oh, 101, yeah, probably 101 Dalmatian dots. That's the egg. Can we just touch it from the other side? Okay. Naked mushroom. Naked mushroom back to the bottom. Okay, that feels like a lot. Esports. Feels like a lot in the first little section here. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. Is that gonna not happen as long as we scroll the screen? Weird. Weird. Okay. Oh, we'll trigger the other swamp. That's what's gonna happen. He's just getting pushed out of there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Looks weirder than it is. Oh, that's too big a gap. Old Troll, you played before. How long ago did I play it? Oh, probably re-uploaded recently to fix something, probably. Year ago? I'll probably have forgotten everything. Unless something really sticks out, okay. Go. And then just ditch Yoshi. Yoshi in Japanese means a slang word to express excitement or agreement. Yeah, he seems pretty excitable. Is your modded Switch a brick already? No, it just, actually, I reverted my modded Switch and it's legitimate now. Yeah, I never went online with it. It was always offline when it was modded, so I just wiped it and started over, and now it's legitimate, and it's my other Switch. For, OBS levels, I use an emulator. I might eventually set the other Switch up for it. I kind of like having the legitimate Switch, but the Eminan stuff seems like a smart way to do it, too, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. A lot of Japanese people blurt that out every nice moment. Just say Yoshi. Ah, and then this is the wrong flavor. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Dear B. Shuid Racer, how you doing tonight? Yeah, okay. The spring there is making me nervous, and that was making me feel like that Kaiser block was going to end up pissing me off, but it's pretty easy to slip in there. It doesn't feel like we can possibly slip in there and hit the spring on accident, which is good. Less annoying than it looked like it was going to be. Oh, wow. That requires you to wait quite a long time. I guess it doesn't matter if we try to put the other Yoshi down here or not. Yeah, you have to wait quite a long time for that to land, and it still works. It was just something I was just playing. It was making me think that there was too big a gap for that to not be reactable, but no, we're pretty dumb. I feel like people just sit there and watch so often. Ugh. Yeah. I think it caused a big outcry because it was a big change. Going from revoking online access, that kind of thing. Like, losing access to online, but still being able to play physical games is a very big difference between versus breaking the console. I think it should cause an outcry. I really think people should be mad in general about the things that they're doing. Oh, Yoshi. Oh, I think I could have actually made... Wait, maybe I can still do it. Nope. Yeah, there's a lot to be offended by with the new Switch. I have infinite ranting to do. I'm just gonna make an anti-Arlo channel and do stuff with an angrier red puppet. I already have the puppet. I'm really tired of him blazing Nintendo just generally, but game key cards are horseshit. Game key cards are absolute horrible horseshit. And we should be losing our fucking minds on that shit, because a game key card that you can sell later, that's not cool. That's not, oh, at least you can still sell it. Oh, my mom died. Oh, at least you still get an inheritance, right? She didn't have that much money. Well, you still get like $200, right? Fuck you. My mom died. I mean, not my mom. If my mom died, I'd be really happy. But she sucks. The game key cards are fucking terrible, because if Nintendo stops making those downloads available, the game key cards are worthless. So resale or not, they're a push towards a completely digital and completely controlled ecosystem, which is a push towards Nintendo being able to more easily take away access to games long term in only a few years or whatever, 20 years, and then lock you out forever. That gets pushed over. That's what happens. That's what happens. Just wanted to see it. I thought I could pull out of it after I looked at it to talk about it. It's so that Nintendo can resell you the same games more easily, while also fighting the used market and destroying it as much as they can, so that it's more profitable to them to sell you the same games on different platforms. It's evil. It should be illegal. We should be able to hunt people who do it for sport and profit. The game key card in a box is also stupid, but it's really clear what it is. The download card is a clearly designed thing to be like, no, it's still a physical title, but it's a physical title with all the disadvantages of a download title. And the problem isn't the problem isn't just that downloads exist. I'm not saying that digital downloads are terrible. I think digital downloads should be cheaper. I would prefer digital downloads, especially if I didn't hate Nintendo as much, for everything, because I'm lazy and I like having all my games together. There are some advantages, but digital should be cheaper than physical because it's cheaper to sell. Fuck you. But on top of that, having digital downloads and digital keys that you can resell, but it's still just a digital download, together are the same thing. And when we do away entirely with physical games because they don't fit on a cartridge anymore so good, or whatever dumb shit, idiot excuse people make up to defend Nintendo that they just go with, means that we won't have physical cartridges anymore. It means that we're stepping towards having no physical media that physically contains the games in a long-term, solid-state, read-only way that lives longer than crappy, rewritable memory and eMMC that they're cramming on their consoles. It's bad for game preservation, and it's bad for long-term playability. It's really, really bad for you wanting to play games 30 years from now. Oops. There we go. And I do think that's an extremely valid argument. Like, I think that there's a really good reason to be worried about it. There we go. Not too long to the checkpoint, even if we stopped to run. Why is Wiggler immune to fire? This makes me think I should ditch him. I'm gonna be a little mad if I shouldn't. Probably doesn't matter? Maybe it matters. Oh, that is a stupid fucking setup. That is just silly nonsense. Okay, so it seemed like all of that was okay, right? Yeah. We just want to go back before we go down too far. Yeah, there's been some headlines about it being mostly third parties right now, but that's because Nintendo has a gun to their head on the pricing, because they're only doing 64 gigabyte cards. There's a lot there. Dig into why companies are going with the game key cards, because companies have been talking about not wanting to, but it's uneconomical not to do so because of what Nintendo is doing. And if digital downloads were identical to cartridges in a meaningful way, in that I could take the SD card containing the games and put it into someone else's Switch, and they could play those games, or anything like that, or there were laws that required that any game that was sold had to be made, like the download had to be available forever. I don't care. I don't care how unmanageable forever is. It needs to be identical to as long as the bits would last on a physical piece of media. 250 years or something? I don't know. Does this work? That doesn't work, does it? Oh my god, it does. I cannot believe that worked. I thought I missed something. But Nintendo will do it as well. Nintendo will do it as well, for sure. I can absolutely promise you Nintendo will do it as well. As much as they like to be different or special with their first-party stuff sometimes, they will do it. They will probably do it with remakes and lower important titles at first to test the waters, but I think we're far beyond the point where Nintendo really realistically cares very much about negative feedback, because there are so many people who will literally bite off their own dick if Nintendo says to, and they'll scream about how awesome it is and how it's the coolest thing, and that Nintendo's the only company who could make this fun. Is that what we're doing? Oh, no, it was not. Okay, a little confused coming in here. We'll take another look at it fresh, see what we see. And the reason why I push back so strongly and why I have no faith in Nintendo on this issue specifically, but on a lot of stuff with the Switch too, is that they've had to be dragged, kicking and screaming to maybe supporting 120 hertz, and I'm not holding my breath on that. I'm glad they said it, but I'm betting it's going to be worse than we think, and it's gonna be bad. I really hope they do a full-on like performance versus visual effects stuff. They target 120 hertz on everything. I don't think they will. But their statement that they have to charge for online play now because it's going to be better than it ever was before, and then it being worse on the Switch than it ever was on the Wii U in every single game, in every single first-party game. Ooh, oh, that's why we don't bring the Yoshi. And they're not even talking about it anymore. They don't care. They never fix it. None of it. It was always the same thing you hear from everybody constantly is they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. Mario Maker will get better. Smash will get better. It never got better. Nothing ever got better. The online play on the Switch has always been horrible. And now they're trying to charge us more to have you rent DLC forever instead of buying it. Now we don't get to even digitally buy games. If you want to play virtual console games, you have to pay for the whole service. There's so goddamn much shit like that. No, people said Mario Maker would get better. People said that the network issues were just that things were different after launch, and it'll get better. It gets better when you get higher in the rankings. It always gets better. It'll get better. It'll get better. Oh, was I supposed to put one on the other side? Yeah, I think that's what you're telling me. I'm supposed to put one Yoshi down there. Yeah, we're not getting out of here if we get in here, right? Yeah. No, I don't think anybody said Mario Maker got better. People said it would get better. People said Smash would get better. People are always defending Nintendo. Nintendo barely addresses it. I don't know if they ever addressed the tick rate in Splatoon. I don't think they ever addressed Mario Maker's low key or low grade. Shit, I forgot. Oh wait. I found some cheese. Oh, and we didn't even make good use of the cheese. Well, we could take a Fire Yoshi with us, right? Does it matter? Good man. Yeah, I mean, go search the Mario Makers subreddit. I distinctly remember getting frustrated at people constantly saying that the online play will get better, and like they're gonna improve it, because I don't think that was ever the case. The Switch has underpowered networking performance generally. It's terrible. Speed tests on the Switch are awful. But they don't care. Well, the people who don't care about it don't talk about it. But I would say that most of the people who do talk about it tend to fall into a heavily, like, extremely negative camp or extremely positive and glazy camp, where they can't see them ever doing it. That actually works pretty good. Oh yeah, I guess we have to drop a Yoshi on the other side either way, so it doesn't really matter if we drop a different flavor of Yoshi. Yeah, that works out. So, and in general, I wish people could recognize valid criticism as labor of love. I want Nintendo to keep making good games while also being the company that can set the standard for what online play should be, which is low cost and high value. A bunch of rentals trying to squirrel me into renting DLC instead of buying it so that I'm always subscribed and trying to get on. Permanent subscriptions are evil. Permanent subscriptions are evil, and you should steal TV. You should steal lots of things, but you should especially steal TV. The whole idea with cable TV. Oh no! Oh. Nasty. The whole idea with cable TV was that you'll pay and you won't get ads. Then we got ads. Then we got subscription services. After we got subscription services, the subscription services started to have ads on cheaper plans. Then they had ads on all plans. Several services now have only ad plans. And we're gonna move towards all services always have ads. Like, it's just always gonna be like that. And now on the weird flip side of that is permanent subscriptions, trying to have everything be subscription, everything, and I do not like that because it monetizes our time in a really, really, really awful way. I want to pay for the game and then own the game. And I do not like seeing Nintendo move towards permanent subscription. And if you are totally fine with that, wait till we start getting Mario Battle Royale every year and no other Mario games. Okay, let me out. Okay. I was worried it was going to bounce me back into it, but it was pretty easy to get out of there. Yeah, everybody's doing it. That doesn't make it okay. Nintendo absolutely could rise against that and be like, no, we see games as art, and we feel that you should buy the art, not rent it. That you should own the art, that you should get to play the art. It sucks that they don't think that. It sucks that they don't behave like that. What's happening? Did I... Oh. How do I die? Oh, I guess I respawn this block and let it squish me? Yeah, digital downloads, you don't own it. And in a world where, like, I'm not saying options are bad. I'm saying that moving away from options, especially when we have developers talking about how Nintendo is pressuring them to select game key cards so that they get a bigger cut of the pie, it's obvious they're going to choose the most profitable option because Nintendo is pushing them into a corner. That sucks. It's obvious what their goal is. I do not agree with those goals. I think that more people should be critical of those goals in general. And again, digital games are different from the key cards because the key, yeah, you can sell the key cards and blah, blah, but at the end of the day, the key cards also become worthless. Let me see if I can pull up the one I had up. There was a leak. There we go. Well, this is from a shitty content mill. But they're citing the... Okay, they're citing the Twitter art stuff that they're talking about. So you should be pretty easy... It should be pretty easy to find... At least find the discussion on Twitter. But yeah, Nintendo is kind of pushing people towards it. Sucks. Okay, fucked it up that time. But again, the really big focus there is that digital download and physical existing together is good. Game key card and digital download is bad. Those two things together are bad. Especially because they obviously, they want to move away from it. They want to move away from physical game sales. Because they know it'll be more profitable and easier to sell the same games repeatedly, which has been very profitable. If it's harder to play old games, they know that. And the same thing with bricking the system. It's the same reason why I don't like Apple devices. It's mine. I own it. I am allowed to use it. You shouldn't be able to destroy it because you don't like what I'm doing with it. Because then I don't own it. Then why am I paying you $500? If they get to take it and refund you and say you're not allowed to use it, okay. Ooh, no, it is pretty easy to get stuck in there. Yeah, I kind of wish I could just hold left or hold right and escape, and I feel like that's not working. Oh. I like Nintendo games. I like Nintendo games, and with the Switch, it felt like Nintendo was finally doing a lot of the things that I wanted, and made some mistakes with the hardware a little bit. They were sacrificing a lot for portability, which I understood. But as the Switch generation wore on, it became more and more clear that their motivations for profit were moving away from games as art and focusing really hard on games as a business. And doing anti-consumer things for profit, which sucks. And with what we've learned already with the Switch 2, I feel like we can safely say at this point that Nintendo is a bad company full of bad people that makes good games. And bad people do not make good games for long. EA is a pretty good example of a bad company full of bad people who do bad things that used to make good games and almost entirely make shit games. And now they've gone like, hold right. You hold right or left on the bumper, you will be okay. Okay, yeah. I guess I grabbed left late there last time, maybe? Do I have to wait for that? No, I probably can just ground pound it, right? Yeah, there we go. That's great, because that is suspicious enough to make me think that's a terrible idea, and I want to get the fuck out of there. So, that's a good setup. That's really simple, and it does its job. Ugh. And Gioni is itching. In the... What? in the fucking setup. Oh. Yeah, I don't care if you go to bed. I'm still gonna be angry. I'm still gonna be angry over here when you wake up tomorrow. I like the games that Nintendo makes. And I think that they recommend one of the few still committed to making games in good ways. So I fear we're tolerating evil because of what I think will happen if we do. And that's also why I think it's a good idea for people to criticize them generally. I think that criticism could save us or stave off where they're going. I don't know if it will. Because you can't stop City Hall. You cannot fight number go up in a real way. Oh my god. Was I supposed to? Yeah, I was supposed to do that first. Okay, okay. I don't know how you made me hit the muncher first, but you did. You certainly did. That's not a hold up tongue setup, is it? If that's a hold up tongue setup, that's gonna be too much. People don't know. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, he doesn't duck down. Okay. I thought he ducked down a little. Is that only Super Mario World? Why is it so hard? Sports. I don't know. I'll also be really sad because if Nintendo isn't, you know, the one who's at least kind of still doing a traditional thing, it just feels like gaming as we know it's going to fall apart. And that's okay. Indies have been absolutely fucking crushing it. We've been seeing really big, like, general public response on indie games. Yeah, I'd just throw it right away. Probably kills him. Probably. I don't remember what the rules are on Monty Mole, but I'm going to throw it right away and hope that that works. Oh, it hurts when I push it with my tongue now. Definitely getting worse. I'm glad they were able to fit me in tomorrow. I would have to go to maybe dentist. Yeah, I have 2 doctor's appointments, which I hate. I don't like having one doctor. Oh my god, and I still never heard back on the eye appointment. I'm trying to get this shit done while I have the fucking unemployed insurance. Let's see here. Eyeball doctor. But man, the eye doctors are all being terrible. Oh yeah, okay, it does kill him. Good. I hope I don't have to ditch the Yoshi. That'll feel lazy at this point. Nope, he ditches himself. How many DVDs do you own? DVDs of movies? None, because I have always digitally purchased my movies from low-cost VPN places. That's what we're going. I've been a digital media hoarder for a really long time, so I never really was a DVD purchaser. I think I have 3 or 4 DVDs total. I do own a good number of physical games. I even double dip on physical games that I like. If there's a really good game that I definitely want to play at midnight, as soon as it comes out, like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, I picked up a copy of too. No, I got a Breath of the Wild copy at launch. I don't think I have it digitally as well. But yeah, stuff like that. I will pick up a physical copy as well just to save, just so I can save it and have it and put it on a shelf. Oh. So I was supposed to be in there. Okay, I learned a lesson. But yeah, even if I don't want DVDs, get out. There is one in my face right under the claw here. even if I don't want physical media, like as somebody who often does digital and likes digital media, I still want physical to exist. I hate that we don't have physical media on PC anymore, and I'm just glad that as awful as Steam can be, at the very least they're committed to offering games basically forever. And even if the game gets removed, you're still entitled to it. Oh, good. And then he just you get your butt right on him. Is that what was supposed to happen? Okay, I assume so. What are we doing here? Okay, okay. What? Okay. Did I learn anything? Oh. Yeah, don't hit the block. Yeah, I learned something. Alright.
Oh.
Better than a CP1 setup. Oh. Yeah, good stuff. I don't know exactly how to like nail it down, but you definitely get the idea of like making sure the troll feels like it's the player's fault. That like I didn't see it, I didn't notice, I didn't pay attention, this is on me, versus bad things just happening to you. One of those things that's really, really hard to specifically identify, but you definitely know it when you see it. That definitely was missing in that first one. Okay, slide through, right? Yeah. And then we're fine, and then we're just gonna go right to the pipe. On-off block there, weird. Yeah, even as somebody who doesn't love physical media, I still desperately want to do this. Thought there's gonna be one more stupid thing. Nope, we're out of here. Bye, Yoshi.
You made it.
Yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. You stick really hard on the Yoshi theme without it getting stale or feeling bad or feeling like you're repeating the same setups. Really obviously, which is nice too. And you know, it finishes when you're out of ideas instead of needing to use every goddamn block in the whole game. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.